Hi, welcome everybody on another episode of all the parties that are involved in a real estate transaction. Today we have Stephanie Syke from State Farm Insurance. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. And Stephanie is here to tell us about home insurance. But first, tell me a little bit about yourself, Stephanie.
Well, thank you for having me. Again, as you mentioned, I'm a State Farm agent here in the area. We have a lot of State Farm agents out here, I realize that. But I'm here in Ventura. My office is located in Ventura off of Telegraph and Kimball in the Smart and Final Shopping Center. So I'm a local State Farm agent. I've owned this business almost 4 years now, but I have been with State Farm over 20 years. So I have most of that time was spent in claims. It was specifically workers' compensation claims, so I have a lot of knowledge around that. And then I had decided to take on this side of State Farm basically because I wanted to help people on a larger scale. So that is something that means a lot to me. So I'm here and we're having a lot of fun with it, staying busy and trying our best to help.
Awesome. Awesome. So Stephanie, tell me the role that you play when a home is being purchased or sold. Purchase, really, right? It's on the purchase.
Yeah, so it's an exciting, process for the purchaser. We definitely play a role in that because it's something that it's mandatory. You have to have that if you've got a home loan, right? Most people understand that.
And most people have a loan.
Yes, most of us do. And a lot of the times we play a role when someone does not have a home yet. So they're new to buying a home. They don't really know anything about homeowners insurance. And if their realtor or lender is asking who they have, they really only have auto insurance, or maybe they don't even have renter's insurance. So we come on in for people who need help. They don't have anyone they would like to pick, and we can help them through that process. And we're providing that homeowner's insurance because it's super important. We want to make sure that that home that you're purchasing, that asset that you have now, is adequately protected. So we provide the quote quickly. We make sure that the lender, the realtor, and the customer have it. And then we make sure that we provide a thorough summary of all the coverages included, because we need to make sure that you understand what that means, and that is adequately protected in case something happens, because you want to make sure you have insurance on that asset you just purchased in case the unexpected occurs. And we all know that can happen now, for sure, especially out here.
Yes, and I hear it's also important to definitely, as things change in your life, children, cars, but also at least what I think some recommend once a year checking in with your agent, right? Because as we know, like with the Thomas Fire, unfortunately, a lot of people were underinsured, and that's a horrible situation to be in, right?
It is, and that's like a nightmare for me, is ever leaving a customer in that situation. It's not just the cheapest policy that we can get through for you. It's about making sure that you understand what you have. We have, honestly, since the Thomas Fire occurred, we have a lot of customers who do now appreciate the review. And we do recommend that you sit at least once a year with your agent and review those coverages so that we can find out if anything has changed in your life. Where can we help? Has the cost of building increased significantly, which it has in our area, unfortunately, because of the Thomas Fire and the Woolsey Fire. And we want to make sure that you feel comfortable at the amount of coverage in place, because it's subjective. You really can purchase more. You can really look into that with your agent, and that's really the only person who's going to understand it the best. So we do have more of an interest now. Unfortunately, the Thomas Fire, it was like pulling teeth, because nobody has time. Insurance is boring, and no one really is like, people think I've got a policy and I'm covered. They're just going to take care of everything, and that's not necessarily how insurance works. So you've got to be aware of what you have, because it is not we're going to cover everything under the sun for you, no matter what you want to build or no matter what was there. So you do have to review those coverages, and we can make the process very painless and very quick. We can do it within 30 minutes. And we can explain each line of that policy. That's like Chinese, usually when you open it. So we have them in place to explain it so simply that you're like, wow, I had no idea. So.
Absolutely. Perfect. And Stephanie, as I told you earlier, and just in general, I know a lot of times there is cases where a client will ask about an insurance company who we recommend, but most of the time I know it's, especially for first-time home buyers, this is more not tied to the loan, but it seems like it's the lender referring somebody. Or sometimes, you know, you might have someone that maybe isn't in the process of purchasing a home and just isn't happy with their insurance. You know, added a car because I believe you give a discount when you combine your home and your car. So a lot of times it's worth it to bundle it up. Stephanie, if somebody wanted to contact you direct, how would they do that?
So there's a lot of different ways. We're all over, but the easiest way is giving our office a call. We're at 805-941-3300. We have a Facebook page, which is Stephanie Sipe, State Farm Agent. You can always message us through that. You can email us. My email's on my card, but it's stephanie@myagentstephsipe.com. We also have an office cell phone number that people can use. It's on the card as well for after hours if you're just not able to call during normal business hours, because a lot of us are busy. And we are also open on Saturdays. So that's a huge bonus for some people who are super busy like us. During the week, we're open right now Saturdays 10 to 3 to help out. And yeah, a lot of the times we can help if you've got insurance in different places. You don't realize how much you can save by bundling. We are very, we have very high discounts right now when we bundle our. And then we also do our best if you're a homeowner to include an umbrella policy. And I won't go into a whole lot of specifics about that, other than it's very, very important to make sure you protect that asset so that no one can come after you.
Absolutely.
That asset. So that's something that provides an even bigger discount. So it really does pay off. And then you've got peace of mind and you've got the right coverage in place. So.
Perfect. Well, awesome. Yeah, and an absolute must. I mean, everybody pretty much has car insurance. Unfortunately, a lot of people I don't think have renter's insurance, but they should. And as you said, if they get a loan, it's absolutely required. Wonderful. So Stephanie, tell me, obviously during this whole COVID excitement, you're working because I see that you're in the office.
Yes, we're working. Our doors are open. For a while, they were locked to the public, but we are complying with all the, the county requirements. But we are able to be open full time. We're essential, and we have masks. We do ask that people come in with a mask. But we're open for business. We're here to help. We are picking up. We're more than happy to set appointments, review, whatever it is you need. But we do a lot of work as well over the phone and through email. So we're very linked into all that. So I have a full-time bilingual employee in the office. So she's great with our Spanish community.
Awesome. And that's huge in this area.
Yeah, so that makes a big difference for a lot of people, and very quick turnaround. And we're just happy to help. Even if you just have general questions about your own insurance, maybe you don't understand how a claim works, or you want to understand the consequences of filing a claim, or what you really should do, or if you have questions about coverage, anything. It doesn't matter if you're our customer or not, we're happy to help.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, Stephanie, it has been a pleasure. I certainly appreciate your time, so thank you. And for those of you listening, obviously you can reach out to her direct. As she said, even if you just have a question, thinking of buying, or just want to see about getting a group discount, especially if you have, your car insurance somewhere and you already own a home and it's elsewhere, you'd be amazed at all the savings. So thank you again, and have a great weekend.
Thank you so much for having me, Rosie. I appreciate it. Take care.
You're welcome. And it's so good that you have a Spanish speaker, so needed in this area.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Perfect.